It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Denver Nuggets. Well, for Denver, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. Now, if you want to see a stat sheet stuffer, you're going to want to keep your eyes on Freak in this one. He's been putting up a number of double-doubles in this recent outing, Shaq.
You know, Freak knows that he can do more than just be a scorer on this team. You know, he's a great passer. He's a great leader, especially for a young guy. He's looking for a shot. He's being active all the time, and he's really helping the others play at a high level, Ernie.
At the small forward position, standing 6'8", number 39, Jeremy Grant. The other forward, at 6'9", number 42, starting at the other forward position.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You take a look at Denver, challenging part of the schedule, and this is where they need to buckle down and take care of business.
And I think for Denver, that big splash they were hoping for to start the season just never evolved. I mean, they're stuck there in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, and frankly, I would have been surprised if they had gotten off to a hot start. I mean, I don't see a whole lot that leads me to believe they can be an upper echelon team.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's start.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this guy.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Again, Doris Burke spoke with Mike Malone. Doris?
He said one of the key points for them defensively will be limiting the production of David Lee, adding, he's a guy who can score inside and out, plays with great energy, and his passing really opens up their whole offense. We've got to keep him off the glass and always see ball and man when he's got it. Basketball 101, Kevin. We'll see if they can execute.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Moutier. Harris outside. A nice shot by Ogman.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Here's the Beast. He had 34 points in the win against Orlando. This is to Grant. Lee passes to Best. No good. And the Nuggets going the other way. And, guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Yeah, and they put up a goose egg last year when they played this team twice.
And you look back at those games, just a one-sided affair between them.
Fast break, Philadelphia. Always going up for the alley-oop here. No good from Grant.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open. They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Moutier following the basket by Freak. There's the screen from past the arc. And Lee pulls it down.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Moutier dishes to Harris. The steal. Out in his own on the break. Best's shot is good.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
So it's Denver now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And he gets the bucket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's the beast. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The 76ers trail by 5. Best passes to the beast. Three-pointer. That is good. The Beast's got 7 points.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Another 3 for Philadelphia.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Moutier with the ball. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. 76ers trailing. The Beast passes to Okafor. Here's the Beast. Knocks down the 3 ball. The Beast's got 13 points.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's get a hand to your own Sixers dancer.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through the beast. Coach is looking for something special from him. He's usually not their main option at the offensive end, but it looks like he's going to be today. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thank you, Doris.
You can't get in a much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
There's a screen by Noel. Here's the Beast. 13 points in the game. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
Boy, the 3-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Here's the Beast. He's got 14. For 3, Covington. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the 3s they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Denver with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Barton. Sweet little floater. Barton's got his first points in this one.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Roten kicks to Noel. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That's good.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Now, here's Moutier. He dishes it to Gallinari. Down low, here's Teletovic. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
So he comes up empty at the line. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Magic.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's the beast. It could go. No good trying to beat the buzzer.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your team? It's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. The Nuggets trail by 7. The Beast in its shooting guard. David Lee is out there with Okafor. Then there's Grant, and it's Best in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
A chance to check out the shooting guards across the NBA that have averaged the highest number of assists over the last month. Freak number 1.
And with his skill as a distributor, he's probably just as comfortable at the point guard position as he is off the ball. They need him there at times in a pinch.
Boy, I really like an off guard who shares the ball as well as he does. I mean, that's an invaluable piece to their puzzle, and that's the kind of flexibility they get by having him on their roster.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
This is his 2nd attempt at the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
Here's the screen. Okafor with the steal. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Nuggets trail by 8. Moutier with the ball. Now guarded by the Beast. Screen by Fareed. In the corner, it's Harris. This one for 3. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. And that's now 8 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
Relentless on the glass is what he is, and that tip-in was the result of all the hard work he puts in down low.
The Beast passes to Best. Here's the Beast, guarded by Harris. To the paint, it's tipped. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Moutier with the ball. Harris kicks to Moutier. .146 left in the second quarter. Chandler against Okafor. Second chance shot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Nuggets have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Denver making a switch here. Jelenovic is checked in. The Beast passes to Okafor. Hands the 12-footer. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 34 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
There's 42 seconds left now here in the second. Here's the floater. 76ers moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Now, here's Moutier. 8 points for him. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The dish to Teletovic. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. He's off on the first. Denver making a switch here. And he sinks the second. Roten the pass to the Beast.
He hits the shot at the very last second.
Goodness. The pressure on him in those circumstances was massive.
Oh, man. What pressure? You guys are over-exaggerating here. I mean, you can't rattle this guy, no matter what the situation is.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for the Beast. He's got 24 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
So on the floor for Denver, Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Moutier out there with Harris. The 76ers leading by 10. Out left of the wing. Here's Best. Shoots from the elbow. Some solid defense from Harris.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Screen by Fareed. Chandler goes in. He got right to the cup using that screen. Chandler's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Nuggets. Philadelphia's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Best passes to the Beast. Picked by Okafor. The feed to Lee. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Lee's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia. Denver shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. Screen by Fareed. Moutier dishes to Fareed. Can't get it to go. And Philadelphia the other way now. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's the Beast, guarded by Harris. No good from the Beast. Looking at Denver, they got their last win against the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Denver. The 76ers leading by 10. Passes it to the Beast. Picked by Okafor. Feeds it to Lee. Here's the Beast. He's got 24. Cans it from downtown. The Beast's got 27.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the shooting guards you see listed there have been the ultra-reliable players for the past month. Take a look at their percentages from the field during that time. Freak number 1.
His shooting the charts. I mean, especially given that he typically operates away from the basket. Those aren't all layups he's knocking down.
Yeah, and he's got such a nice, soft touch inside or outside, and he has the ability to create high-quality shots for himself. That makes him a tough scoring threat.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
From the arc, Arthur grabs the board. The Nuggets trail by 13. Arthur sets the pick for Moutier. From outside the arc, and Harris gets it to go on the assist for Moutier. And that's now 8 points for Gary Harris.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's the Beast, guarded by Harris. Out left to the wing. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And the 76ers lead by 12.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Sixers dancers.
In the last month, let's see how the Sixers performed. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point shooting.
And they're also ranked number 1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Okafor, and Nerlens Noel subbed in for David Lee.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
The 76ers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 13. Moutier kicks to Barton. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Barton's got his second basket.
Very high-quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
Here's the Beast, and he converts the layup. The Beast's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Arthur sets the pick for Moutier. He feeds it to Gallinari. No good on the 3.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Embiid with the screen on Fareed. The Beast. Kenneth Fareed grabs the board. Fareed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And stolen by Noel. And now the 76ers on the break. Covington passes to the Beast. And Fareed comes to help. Here's the Beast. He has 29. The three-pointer off the mark.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Pass to Gallinari. Embiid with the steal. Here's the Beast. Nailed from three-point land. The Beast's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Philadelphia. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
And let's take a look at Danilo Gallinari's numbers. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Night in and night out, he's their #1 option offensively.
That's why he leads the team in scoring. Almost every play feels like it runs through him.
And the 76ers making a change here. Roten's checked in. And then for Denver, Laverne comes in for Fareed, and Mirza Teletovic subbed in for Darrell Arthur. For Philadelphia, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
There's the screen. And Gallinari kicks to Laverne. Knocks down the 3-ball.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that timely.
Embiid the screen. Covington inside the line, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Here's Barton. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Barton's got 6.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Embiid the screen. The Beast passes to Noel. Here's the Beast. And there's the pass to Roten. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Barton. 6 points for him. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the third. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 8 points for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's the Beast.
He got it! He caught it! My goodness!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The 76ers leading by 19. Brand at small forward with Noel at the 4. Beast out there with Tony Roten. Here's Barton. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Out to the wing. Here's Teletovic. Misses the 3. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Best passes to the Beast. Picked by Lee. To the inside. Plays it up and banks it in. And the 76ers lead by 21.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
They set the pick. Kicks it to Teletovic. Off target with his 3.
You know, even though he missed that 3-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Making a switch here. Oudier is checked in. Here's Barton. To the wing right side. Gallinari wide open, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Philadelphia with the ball. Here's the Beast. Picked by Okafor. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from a charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Both good from the line that time. And here's Moutier.
Two minutes left in the fourth quarter.
1:57 left here in the fourth quarter.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
The Beast. It's stolen by Moutier. Harris outside. Pass to Moutier. Fareed setting the pick for Moutier. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Best, guarded by Harris. Best passes to the Beast. From the high post. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. The Beast's got 41.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the 76ers.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
Sometimes, guys, it's hard during the first meeting of a season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and I think they've got to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series against the Nuggets.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for the Beast. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Gallinari dishes to Fareed. 5 to shoot. Now, here is Gallinari. Tight defense on him. He shoots again, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor. He misses the free throw. That one is no good. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Here's the Beast. From 13. And the miss. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon.
You guys have a real streak going now. Can you keep it up?
I hope so. But we can't be thinking about that. We just got to keep playing our game, keep doing what Coach is asking, and the streak will take care of itself. Listen, I don't want to jinx things any more than we already have, so next question, please.
Do you feel like you've been taking too many shots from long range lately?
I don't know. That's probably something you should ask Coach. But hey, if I'm going to take a bunch of threes, I should at least be making some of them. And I did that tonight. So there. Who's next?
I saw your longtime girlfriend, Yvette Mendenhall, was in attendance at the game today. So when are you going to get her a ring?
Whoa. I didn't know we were going to get all personal up in here tonight. If there's anything I learned after my first season in the NBA, is that it's best to keep my personal life private. So that's what I'm going to do. Me and Yvette are happy, just like we've always been. She means the world to me, and that's all I'm going to say. All right, I'm out.
Show off the best moments of 2K TV